Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm going to be talking about Weiss Schwarz, Bang Dream, MyGO, Ave Mujica, Booster Box, and Trial Deck. This actually came out on July 18, 2025, and I zoomed in here for you because most of you have not seen this before. Why? Because you don't care about Bang Dream, and for the most part, you don't care about Weiss Schwarz that much anymore. You're just watching because you're here to support me, and I appreciate all of you for doing that. I kid. You love Weiss Schwarz. Weiss Schwarz, though, has been in a little bit of a downturn, as on the last video I've talked about my buying less of this product. And that's just because of what they've been doing, the decisions they have made. But I will get into that as I go deeper into this video. Inside of the booster box, 100 type of normal cards, 140 types of parallel, and a crap load of high rarities. What I mean by that is 10 SIRs, which are serial rares, but really it should say stamp signatures because they gave us this instead of the AGR, which the Japanese side was given. And part of the reason I don't like what they're doing right now, and I'll be the one that says it because no one else will. 2 SEC plus, 3 triple rare plus, 10 SSP, 10 SP, 12 triple rare, 93 SRs. You look at all these different rarities, that's a lot. More than I've ever seen before. I wish they had 3 more so we can just have 10. But down below, you also have 10 double rares. Interesting enough, they also have this note, which was something that I didn't notice until just today. Please note, minor color bleeding on the pillow packaging may occur, but it does not affect the condition or quality of the cards inside. Nice, isn't that cool? Also, down below, we don't have any sort of pictures of beautiful cards on here. I wish they would, and this because what we have here on the trial deck, they have triple rares, SPs, and they miscounted. Actually, they wrote 25 types of parallel on here when in fact this adds up to 26. And if you think about the SR, that would be 27. But they don't show you what the SPs actually look like inside of the trial deck. And TCG player also doesn't have it either. So I was left struggling on where I should show you this from, and we'll show you that a little bit later. But Bang Dream, Ave Mujica, do you care about this? Maybe not, because on my anime list, it got a score of 8.06, 10,896 user, rank 603, popularity 4526, members 28,718. But what you really should care about this summer season anime. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out here. We got Bunny Girl, we got Dun Da Dun, we also have My Dress Up Darling. But as you know, my favorite 2 of this season should not surprise you. It is this vending machine season number 2. Yeah, I'm gonna plug it as much as possible because I love this thing. And by the way, 2 days ago I started this one and it's freaking funny. I enjoy it a lot. Detective these days are crazy. It's not getting a whole lot of love, but it actually is faring a little bit better member wise. 27,856. And I say fairer better than Ave Mujica is just because it's only been 4 episodes in and it's 27,856. We'll see if it can beat Ave Mujica. Maybe that means that we'll get a Weiss Schwarz set of this because, you know, why not, huh? So going over here, this is what I like to do lately on TCG Player. I like sorting high to low just to see what is actually selling. We have a booster box case, so that's a good sign, yeah? Triple rare plus, SR triple rare, and then you get to the booster box, which is not a good sign. You only have 3 cards above the booster box. Yeah, that's terrible. Then you have an SR, 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 triple rare, SR, and it keeps going down and down and down. What you're going to notice as I scroll down here, you'll see some double rares on here, but what you won't see on that sold list anyways, you're not going to see the Surge, you're not going to see SEC plus, SSP, SP. Nope. And that should tell you a clue you in. It's a little bit of a sign here. So we do have booster box, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit later about why it's $39.47. But before I do that, let me go on to the cards. I'm going to do a little different order here today. Here are your SIRs, which again is your serial numbers, stamp signatures, the ones that the Japanese side were the hand sign autograph versions. We're not good enough to get that. And me personally, just staring at this soulless looking card. Yeah, it has a lot of foil on it. It has a serial number on it. But I don't like the background that we ended up with, because if it's not going to be a hand sign, you should have just gave me like this amazing, like full art looking alternate card. Yeah, that's what you should have gave us, not this. This is sad, because how many people are actually going to open this set? Everything in this thing is an innate serial number because of the lack of people actually opening it. Okay, SEC Plus, what we have here is we got the bands standing there with a little stamp. There you go. We got that. Looks very pretty. Looks amazing, actually. But unfortunately, there's none for sale. Moving over here, we got the SSPs. And if you take a look at this, there's not very many of these cards available. Let me just open this one so you could take a quick gander at it, because I know people love these cards. Yeah, they actually look beautiful. For me personally, I don't like the mask, kind of freak me out. But that's just a different thing, right? I'm one of those people that at Halloween, if I see people with masks, it just scares me, because I feel like someone's going to come out and stab me, and I don't know who it is. But as you see down below, looking at all the cards, not a lot in stock. And even then, the ones that are in stock are not sold. There's no one bought anything yet. And I know there's other websites that have these cards and have sold some of them, so that it does exist. People actually do buy it. But this is just proof to you that there's not a lot of this stuff actually being opened up. Now I go over here to your SPs, and the same story exists. No one bought it. There are some available, but very minimal. Not many at all. And the best part about all this is the fact that TCGPLAYER only lists 10 of them. Because if you do the math on here, you have 10 at booster box and 5 trial deck ones. So we are missing the trial deck ones. And this is the part of the story where I tell you, if you go out here to the Weiss Schwarz website and just look under cards to see the cards, you want to look at the cards, well, you can't. Because the latest products under this list, the most recent one is got us a victory Nikkei. They just gave up after Nikkei, which was April 18th, 2025. So 3 months later, 3 months worth of product not showing on here. So they didn't even bother. You didn't put it on the original page, the product page. You didn't want to put it there. You didn't even put it on the cards section, nowhere. So I could go to the Japanese side, but I went over here to Yuyute because I at least wanted to look at the prices. So here's what one of the trial deck cards look like. If it comes up perfect anyways, taking a little bit of time. Here we go. Come on, load, baby. There it is. There we are. That's a trial deck card. You see the little T serial number in the serial number? Yeah, that's it. Yep, not on the website, unfortunately. That's a little bit sad, but even then, I don't know if anybody would have bought it off a TCGPLAYER anyways. But then we move forward and you have your Triple Rare Plus. We actually got a card that made a sale. So we have 2 cards sold here for, let's see, roughly $70. Yeah, that's a lot. A freaking lot. And then I go down here to the SRs and just take a look. $43, 35, 35, 34, 29 basically. 25, 24. And you just think about this. You tell me what set has SRs that are that crazy high outside of Nikkei, where you have, like just the art. People love the art, okay? Which ones outside of that do you see this on? I could tell you there's a lot of really, really old sets that were really popular in IP that have prices like this. But you think about this came out on the 18th, and today is the 22nd. This is really bad. It is just proof again that even though this just came out, the prices are crazy high because nobody wants to open it. And then same story here with the triple rare. Sold out, $22, $15, $8.78, $6. And you actually do have a sale. Yeah, you have many sales. Take a look at this. 3, 4, 4, 4, 1, $45 each. That just tells you everything you need to know about this. And you look at this card, it's not like it's anything fancy, right? Like, is she half naked? No, she's just sitting there. It looks like tea time, I think. I never watched this, but that's what it looks like is going on. I mean, it looks pretty. It's a pretty looking card. She looks nice. But is it $45 nice when you really think about it? And the answer to all of this is it's the players. $10.46. This is double rares. 1071, 853, 798, 10. That is nuts. You'll also know if you go out to Facebook, Weiss Schwarz Global, you'll see people wanting to buy playsets of this stuff. So the whole story about all this, and it took me so long to get to, is the fact that people want these cards to play with. There's people that may want to collect it, but they're not enough to make people open this in droves, right? Just not like Nikkei droves, not like Azure Lane droves, nothing like that. And that's where we are right now in terms of Bang Dream. It's the same story over and over again. This just happens to be really playable. Okay, so that's the what we got going on. And then under that, the rares and under you have trial decks, $1, $1, and then you have a rare for 77 cents. But yeah, so going back over here to the booster box, after showing you all of that, what did you expect the booster box to actually do? It's currently sitting here at $39.47, and you're going to notice one thing. There are two bars on this chart. The first one had 5 sold, and it says $45. But then you have this next bar chart, and it says 17. That giant spike in the booster box quantity, anyways, is because people have finally realized that not a lot of people are opening this. And if you want cards to actually play with, you may have to do it yourself. Also, other people are seeing an arbitrage opportunity. If you're telling me these double rares are expensive and people want to buy it, if people actually want to buy these SRs and these triple rares and whatever else, the likelihood of pulling that from a box, you have at least a better chance. And if you are early enough where the demand is still there, you'll be able to sell it and basically make your money back through the box. But this is the big caveat. If you are late on all of this, like if people just sit here and go, hey, this is right, you know, like maybe one of the people that bought 17 of these boxes, if they beat you to it and the demand is gone, you will struggle to sell this. Do I think that's actually going to happen at some point close? No, because yeah, these are expensive and people are definitely going to be watching out to pick up the cards lower. That's just how this one's actually going to go. Heck, maybe you'll pick up a serial number. Maybe you'll get one of those. Maybe you'll get an SSP or fancy SSP. Who really knows? And then you could just make your money from the box that way. But I will say this is an opportunity. I wouldn't touch it because I wouldn't want to be stuck with these cards. I do love Bang Dream though. As I mentioned though, I don't like the mass. I just really don't like the mass. But this plays all back to what I think about the weakness of Weiss Schwarz is. They're putting out IPs that, you know, some people just really don't want. And it sucks for the stores that have to hold on to this because there's stores, online sellers, there's physical stores that decided they wanted to buy this. After many years of me saying Bang Dream is really hard to sell, that some stores just avoid it completely. And now we just got it more added to the list of sellers that have now figured this out. But, you know, again, if you're a playset seller, you'll probably do all right. You just need to be able to move the higher rarities, which if you have a super rare or a triple rare that's in demand, you might be okay. But the other ones, I don't know. I say again, the serial number cards way too expensive. You know, like you think about this set and how many people would be interested in paying thousands of dollars for. Remember what I always said, there's somebody out there that will want it. The problem is how many people are out there that actually want it. That's where you go. And if I was one of those people that actually wanted those cards, I'll wait. I'll wait forever for the card price to go down. And if it doesn't, I don't care because I could just get something else. Maybe I'll buy in the Konosuba re-edit. That seems like a better use of my money. I'm not saying you would invest in that. I mean, the one that you should have gotten was Azure Lane Volume Number 2. But if you missed that, I think the supply is starting to basically disappear. But, you know, it's okay because like what they did with Nikkei and they reprinted it, well, you might get the same chance with Azure Lane Volume Number 2. And now people also ask, you know, is Weiss Schwarz dying? If you didn't see my video where I talked about their quarterly earnings, well, here you go. This is the third quarter financial results briefing back from May 15th, 2025. Just to show you this graph one more time. Yeah, this is the full year 2024 guidance, 21,304, not guidance, but actual results, 21,437. But if you look, at the full year 2025 TCG sales outlook, yeah, it's actually higher than what it was the year before. But obviously, this is a combination of all the different TCGs that they have. So it's not like it's going to be just completely Weiss Schwarz. But down here below, in fiscal year 2025, quarter three sales of the English editions of Weiss Schwarz grew, leading to solid progress of overseas sales. Okay, so I don't think they're really worried about it, and I hope because of the stuff they're putting out there, because of taking away signatures, taking away said AGRs, I hope Union Arena stomps on them. I really do, because that's the only way they're going to see the errors in their ways and actually make some sort of changes. But until Union Arena can actually step up a little bit more and just, beat up on English Weiss Schwarz, we are going to be stuck in this cycle that we currently are in. Yeah, because people keep buying stuff. That's it. That's the end of that's the moral of the story. You all buy this stuff that's not that great, and because of that, they're going to keep on going with giving us what they have. Yeah, it's very sad, but we shall see. Especially, I really want to see what kind of tune they sing when we end up with MyGo, and then you have Disney, which is limited to certain countries. Girls Band Cry, and then you have SAO Gun Gale Volume Number 2, or yeah, Gun Gale Online Number 2. How's that even written? Gun Gale Online 2. Yeah, okay, well, just, and then you had the Band Cry, Girls Band Cry trial deck, and then Premium Set Marvel. The only two I'm looking forward to, honestly, is Azure Lane Volume 2 and Konosuba re-edit. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, I cannot wait for this one. This is gonna be so nice. Yeah, I love Konosuba so much. That's why I think I enjoy this detective show, because it's been a while since I've seen like a really good comedy. Detectives these days are crazy. Yeah, personally, it's a nice change of pace, but man, I love Konosuba. If you have not seen it, yeah, I mean, people are going to be excited for this one. Bunny Girl Union, that's going to be it. So, Weiss Schwarz, I don't think it's dying anytime. This graph shows me everything that I need to know about Weiss Schwarz. And for anybody out there that is thinking about Weiss Schwarz, there's a nice thread out there on Facebook Global talking about, like what's currently happening in Weiss Schwarz, the demand and all that stuff, people opening product. I mean, like, if you go back to my videos from 4 years ago, which I know a lot of people actually, and I don't know, I would say a lot, I say a decent amount of people didn't like, everything I said there still applies today, which means not a lot of things has changed. Yeah, maybe we got more rarities, maybe the box looks different, but people's perspective on things, LGS, what they do, what Bushiroad does, it's all the same. And because we have stagnated and it's 4 years later, other people have come out like Union Arena, even Magic the Gathering is is using some of these IPs. Magic the Gathering is out wising Weiss Schwarz. Isn't that crazy? Like you really, really think about what they're doing. They're taking IPs, making cards of it, and selling it. This is what we do here in Weiss Schwarz. And I would say Rebirth for You and any of those other Union Arena. But they're doing such a better job of it. Yeah, maybe you think it's a cash grab, but this is what every Weiss Schwarz set should be. It should be dealt with respect. I mean, just look at these Konosuba ones. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more love and respect for Konosuba than some of the sets that have recently come out. Give me some quality stuff, and you'll see the money. You'll see people actually want to collect this instead of what we have here, where you just have people that wanting to play and just people avoiding this like the plague. Just everything. Let me know your thoughts down below or in email. But as always, have fun, be happy, don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one.